Hey guys, it's Chris and I'm back. Internet's good, making videos. I'm going to maybe make this like a double react. I'm going to try to react to her foodie duties food haul from a couple of days ago, and then we'll see how long it goes. She did upload a weigh-in today too, so I scrubbed through that for some thumbnails. I may just do a double react to both of them. And this one, I do want to react to her My Husband Controls Me video where she talks about BED and stuff, but I want to react to that separately because I have my own issues with that, and I want to go a little more in depth with that, so I want that to be a separate video. But I'm here, kiddos hanging out. We got Channel Dog Frodo right here. Do you see him being a little shit? He has jerky over there, and he's like, no, don't touch my jerky. You pointed at my jerky. I made him some jerky last night. So I'm going to do that, catch up with that. Then I need to react to maybe one of Amber's new vlogs, and I definitely have to catch up with Alex Rodriguez. I haven't been getting notifications for her, so I don't know if she hasn't uploaded or if YouTube's just not doing its thing. We'll see. But like I said, internet's back working, and I will be touching base with you guys. I haven't done updates for the past couple of days on the Pseudo 75 Hard Challenge, which I do updates via shorts in the evenings. But on my birthday, I had allotted in the plan to have a whatever I want meal, and that was fine. But the next day I did have a couple different family members come visit, and one surprised me with something to eat. They drove here. I wasn't going to be rude. I ate the food. I ate the cupcakes and stuff. So I'm a stickler for rules. Technically that was cheating, so I kind of have to restart. But I don't know if I'm going to restart like Pseudo 75 hard now or wait until after New Year's with the holidays coming up. But either way, I still have plans to finish out the year in the 160s this year, which will be the lowest I've been in about 7 years, and it's definitely more than doable. And then next year, I want to get out of the obese category and into the overweight category, maybe into the healthy weight category. Oh, it's just really hard with all the hormonal issues. I am in perimenopause, and I have severe PCOS and Lyme disease. Definitely makes my metabolism a lot more sluggish. So I have to be a lot stricter, but it's not undoable. It's not doable. It's just, it drags, to put it bluntly. It just is a slower process than I'd like it to be. But anyways, I don't want to waste too much time yakking. Let's get into this. I skipped past her Cameo plug because we just ain't doing that. And I'm curious to see what she bought in this this food vlog, and then we might go straight into her weigh-in.
Hi guys! Alright, so we're on our way to the Jamaica grocery store here in Kuwait to stock up.
I hate when she does that. She's like a 400 pounder and she's like, hi guys! Like she's just like super, what do you guys call it? The low BMI voice.
On some food, much needed to restock my kitchen. So I did do an order online, which will come later tonight. But yeah, I want to pick up some things at the physical store. So yeah, let's go.
I like these glasses. I wish they were a little smaller. I used to wear like really big, obnoxious glasses too, but that's when I was like in my 20s. I don't think she should wear glasses. They don't fit. Like they don't fit on her head right. I was looking at clips and pictures from this food vlog. I couldn't believe how big her head actually looks. It looks like a bowling ball, and glasses just like they don't fit right. Like that bridge of those glasses should be here, and it's like up here because I mean, Foodie, your face is outsizing, your head is outsizing glasses. Like, get it together. And here you can clearly see she's using a slimming filter because she looks to be about 9 months pregnant with triplets. And she looks a lot smaller here, a lot flatter. Her belly sticks way out past her face. She definitely uses filters, but again, look at the size of that head. I mean, look at it. It's like a bowling ball with a face. I'm not trying to be mean. It actually blows my mind how round and big her head is. Yeah. And like, I really worry. She carries all of her weight almost exclusively in her abdomen, and it's very dangerous. That's the most dangerous kind of weight. It looks like a keg that needs tapped. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. When you get, for whatever reason, really bad, you start to have liver problems. A lot of alcoholics get it, but you can get it from other things like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease from a bad diet, foodie. They can be really skinny and have this huge belly, and it's actually a fluid buildup. It's something called ascites, and what you have to do is you have to go to a doctor or a hospital, and they will actually put like they'll drain it. They'll physically drain the fluid out. It'll go back down, and then it will build up, and her stomach looks like she has a massive buildup of ascites. It's astounding, because look at how skinny her ankles are. Like, how do they hold her up?
Let's go in and see what we got.
Look at how happy she is. She's like in her element. Oh, we're going to buy food. We're going to get food. I'm so happy. Look at my big giant round bowling ball head. Food, 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 food. Like, she's in her zone.
First thing I'm going to do is go upstairs and check out the specials.
I can't knock her for being a super short person, because she's actually probably taller than me. What is she, 5'1", 5'2"? I'm 5 foot. I say 5'1", you know. I try to claim it, but I'm basically 5 foot tall. So she's actually taller than me. So I understand the short girl issues, but I feel very heavy and encumbered at my weight. I'm like in the 170s, and I'm around her height. So being around 400 pounds, I can't even imagine what that would feel like.
Yeah, upstairs they put all the sale items, so.
Yeah, look at all the filter. Look at how long and narrow and warped the whole store looks. No, I don't use filters. No. Channel dog's up in the window. If you see the light flying back and forth, that's him. You know, you guys know Frodo. He's always here. I mean, look at her. Look at how happy she is. She's like, yeah.
The cheese section. The deli's the best.
The cheese section. The deli, the best. Yeah, deli meats, some of them are okay. Cheeses are good. They're fine. They're a good fat for you if you can tolerate them and in moderate quantities. You can't control yourself, foodie, so it's probably a bad idea for you to be sitting and grinning like the Cheshire Cat at the cheese stand. And like, see, look here, you can kind of see a little more that head. How her belly is sticking out a little more, but even now you can see it's still filtered. There's definitely clips in her videos where you see it's really out. And I'm assuming people just think she's like super pregnant, like a fat woman pregnant with twins. You never see her move faster, though, than when she's waddling over to get her food. Man, she can move fast when she wants to. That's what I'm saying. Look at her, the smile on her face. I got has a whole arm of food. Yay! Like, I understand liking food and enjoying it. I have food that makes me do the happy dance, too. But, like, she's got issues. Like, seriously, with the amount of pleasure that food gives her. It's not normal.
Okay, so I need you to tell me what these said.
Like, here, like, look at how much bigger she looks here. And look at how round her head looks. It looks unnatural. Is it just me?
Hey, I don't know.
Okay, so this
And it really blows my mind that she's been there for for 2 years now, and she still like can't even like read or speak any basics of the language. Like, that shows you just how much she really cares, you know.
I don't know.
Okay, so this carrot with cauliflower. This eggplant with garlic.
Like, he is her chauffeur and her translator, and that's all he is.
This is cucumber with garlic. This one, garlic with extra spicy.
Okay.
Oh, this one with tomato. And this like plain garlic.
Oh.
Oh, garlic. Oh. Her reactions. I'm not kidding. Look at this. This circumference, she looks like she has encephalitis. Like she has a swelling. It blows my mind because you know there's not like that much thick hair back there bulking that out. Wow.
Plain garlic. I'm gonna get this.
There's a picture I find in a meme on Twitter that I use that reminds me of her and how she's shaped. She reminds me of. If I remember, I'll look it up and I'll plop it somewhere in here. Sorry, I hit the mic. So you can see what I'm talking about. But you need to tell me if you see the resemblance. You can't tell me there's not a resemblance between Foodie and this bird.
The big size?
And if you look up fat bird meme, it'll pop up.
Okay. Grilled olives. And I think that's it.
And olives, see, this type of stuff, this is fresh. It's probably over there at least. It's in like a good oil, like olive oil or some kind. Not like in the States where a lot of crap is in like bad seed oils. Olives and stuff are good. I just bought some blue cheese stuffed olives. Haven't had them in like 3 years. Got some. But she can't control herself. The problem is while these are good, they're healthy, people complain about the sodium she eats. If she was eating mostly whole foods and stuff, she wouldn't, like sodium and stuff like this wouldn't matter. Salt's really important. Your body has ways of regulating it. Salt is one of, I'm not saying she should discount it, but it's not the biggest thing she needs to worry about. Cholesterol, salt, those are minor. It's like the bad fats, the excess amount of food, and the excess sugar and carbohydrates she really needs to control. And like I said, just overeating in general. These are okay if you can control yourself, but she will grossly overeat on these because they are very calorically dense and they have a higher fat content. Even though it's a good fat, you still, when you need to lose a lot of weight, you have to be careful. And Foodie doesn't moderate herself.
I like the grilled, maybe half kilo. Half kilo.
A half a kilo? That's like over a pound, right? Are they like splitting some of this and sending some of it off to like Salah's like parents and sister? Like, are they giving some to part of his family? Because that's a shit ton of olives. And when they're fresh like that, unless you're planning on freezing them or something, how are they going to last? Like, that's a lot. Like, remember what I just said about the calories. Oh.
Kilo of grilled olives. What does it say?
This one?
Yeah.
I wouldn't answer her if I was Salah. She said, what does this say? What does this say? I'd say, I don't know. You tell me. Get a translator app or start learning some of the language. You're supposedly my wife. You're living over here. You don't contribute anything. You don't do anything. You can at least start in some of your infinite free time. You can start learning part of the language so you can read basic things. I wouldn't like, what would she do without him? She'd be so screwed.
Cheese with French mixture.
And again, that's like a cheese mixture, cheese and bread or something he said. But again, healthy in small quantities. But look at the oil that is absolutely just sitting all over that. She has problems with portions. This is not great for her. This stuff, if you haven't had it, guys, the zero sugar Dr. Pepper and cream soda mix, really good. Look at how many olives. And that's olives underneath the olives. That's something I would get. One of those, unless I was getting 2 different kinds. That's enough for like our Christmas party that before the vid we were having every year. And that would be like, I would get that for around 18 to 20 people. This is just them, supposedly. Jesus. And look at that smile on her face. Look at her. She's like, woo-hoo-hoo. Like she's absolutely in her happy place. Foodie, get it together. Her gait is really, really struggling too. She's really struggling. She's done already? Look at this sweat.
All right, hi everybody. All right, we're home and a little sweaty, but to be expected. It's very humid today actually in Kuwait. So I'm gonna just do the grocery haul. Just filmed a little bit in the grocery store.
Isn't this bad? She has to sit at this table and chair to do a grocery haul. She can't even stand for 10 minutes to film a grocery haul. And you know Salah's putting the stuff away. Like, I mean, at what point do you not look at your health and your physical state and go, I've got to get my shit together? Like, there's just nothing that clicks with her.
It was really busy and hectic, and you know, I'm still not feeling 100%, so I didn't feel like filming the entire thing. I just wanted to just get the stuff and get out and get home and organize. This is the fun part. Actually,
I think it's because there's probably stuff they got that she's not going to show. Like, I don't think she shows her full hauls. Just like Amber definitely hides stuff from her food hauls. So there's probably stuff she did not want us to see.
this is the part of grocery shopping I don't like putting everything away, but this is my job.
That's because
So
you're lazy.
puts everything through the cash and brings all the groceries up, and I put it away. All right, but I'm going to show you guys first. So I'm going to start with my cat. I don't know, guys. She is smelling the olives insanely. I don't know if cats like really love olives. Comment if your cats love olives and what the deal is. Anyways, I'm going to do the frozen things first, and it's not going to be organized other than that because, quite frankly,
That would take effort.
So I'll be right back. Ow! All right. So this is the physical grocery store stuff. We have the online order coming. Just ordered.
There's rumors that the online thing is a food bank. I've seen the food bank before. My aunt, a relative, like an aunt I had, would go there occasionally. And their food pantries are great. Food banks are great for people who really need them. They don't always give the best stuff, but at this point they're trying to just give people food. You know what I mean? So they perform a really good service. But this food shopping order that comes later seems quite reminiscent of a food bank order, especially with the quantity and the randomness of things they get. You can't tell me that she's not getting this from a food bank, which is really, really disgusting because she's got enough money to buy fast food and takeout and buy enough food to eat and maintain this freaking girth and continue to gain weight. She's got plenty of money for food. She doesn't need to be taking resources from a food bank for people, for families who actually truly need it. It's greedy, it's disgusting, it's selfish. And then half of the fruit and the like healthy stuff, she's not going to eat anyways, and it's going to go to waste. It's just with food prices and the way some people struggle, it's disgusting. It really is.
Some different things from there, fruits and vegetables.
It's disgusting when I mean that they are getting it.
And some meat. So yes. All right. So for frozen food, I got for frozen food a couple of chickens.
Those chickens are so tiny. They're like a little Cornish hen. Honestly, if you grew backyard chickens and you butchered them, if you grew them naturally without a bunch of like growth hormone and stuff like that, they would probably, a lot of them, unless you bought really big stock chickens, they would probably turn out around this size. Normally the chickens you get in the store in America that are like the size of a turkey, it's because they're like doped up on hormones and crap like that. This is probably actually more the size of what a chicken is supposed to look like, and it's probably healthier, has less hormones. They're cute though. But it's not enough to feed Foodie, hell no.
You know how I love these chicken? And so a couple roast chickens. I will say I didn't get any junk food for myself.
Didn't get any junk food for herself, but if it's in the freaking house for Salah, it's for Foodie because she's gonna fucking eat it. What's he gonna do? Tell her no? Hell no. She'll say, it's mine, I paid for it. Make me mad and don't give me my way. I'm just gonna go back to Canada and take my money. And he'll be like, okay, because she knows she calls the shots. So if it's in the house, it's for her.
Actually, we didn't get like any junk food, so so yeah.
I'll be the judge of that. I am sorry. Am I the only one who gets irrationally pissed off at this freaking cat? She always always lets it get up, get its hairy ass right in the camera, right blocking everything. Its tail's blocking everything. And it's just not like he's up here, okay? And he jumps on me and you see him. But I would not let him get up here and put his ass and put his head and block the camera and this and that. No, he would be down. He would be, or I would film somewhere else. She needs to put this cat in another room or teach it some sort of basic manners. It annoys the shit out of me. And then she's always like, oh my God, oh, juice, oh, you're so silly. And it fucking annoys the shit out of me. I don't like the cat purely because I don't like Chantel. I have nothing against the cat per se. It's just they have not trained it whatsoever. And she always lets it get up here and walk its dirty frickin' paws all over the table where she eats, and it blocks the camera, and it's distracting, it's annoying, it's rude, she's horrible, she brags, oh, this is my job, she's the most horrible as shit at her job, and I'm sorry, it pisses me off. I've seen this cat's hairy tail and hairy butt in my face in this camera one too many times. I'm sorry for that frickin' Karen moment.
Juice.
I'm sorry. Like, she just said that cat just went to the groomer or something. It looks like ratty. Like, I'm sorry. That cat's hair looks ratty and dirty and like dry. Like, it looks like it needs groomed.
Come on, Juice. Over here. Over here, Juice.
Come on, Juice.
You don't understand?
You don't understand? No, it doesn't understand, Chantel, because you haven't trained it. Like, this one here, he's trained. He knows a bunch of commands. He knows what he's allowed to do, not do. Does he do stuff sometimes because he's a little Spitfire Chihuahua and he's got a little, you know, sometimes he's old Billy Badass and he just wants to do what he wants? Yeah. And you have to be like, I don't think so. But as far as just being like feral, like that cat is, and not being trained at all, no, he's decent. But like, she hasn't trained this cat at all. Like, at least train it to not be on the table. Oh, okay.
Juice.
Like, see, look, constantly. She should take these parts. Chantel, here's a tip for your job. Stop filming or doing your thing when she's doing this and put her down, put her away, get off your dead ass out of the chair, move her, and then come back and edit these parts out and pick up where you left off. Like, it annoys the shit out of me that she doesn't edit these parts out. I'm sorry. I don't know why that triggered me so much.
Okay, girl. Just for now, okay? I got.
And watch, it'll be back up there again in 2 seconds. It don't give a shit what she says.
Yogurts. Yeah, just some plain sour yogurts, which you know I love to eat with my meals.
I know people get on her about fucking allergies. Getting the full fat yogurt. These actually aren't too bad because a lot of like lower fat stuff has a lot of added sugar to it. Now, if it's a plain low fat yogurt, especially a Greek one, that's good. That would be a better option for her than a plain full fat yogurt, purely because there's nothing wrong with a full fat yogurt. It's healthy, it's good for you, it's a good fat, but she has problems, like I said earlier, with portions. So if she can find the no sugar added plain lower fat version, she's better off eating that because she will not want to eat a smaller portion of a higher fat yogurt. She wants volume, so she'd be better off looking specifically for the lower fat ones. I get the I like to get the Faye, like 0 fat, and it's low calories, almost no fat, really rich, really thick and creamy. And if I need fat or I want to add fat, I can add some of my own, like some cream or something like that. But if I, don't have extra calories or I don't want to add any more, it's a really great light filling, versatile yogurt. So she could find something.
Okay. Some mozzarella cheese, a 2-pack. It's always.
That's a lot. And we eat a lot of cheese. We all love cheese here. When I eat very low carb, I tend to like myself some cheese. We don't go through that much.
Usually on sale at this place. Same thing.
That doesn't mean you have to get it, Foodie. You just said it's usually on sale. So if you were going to get 2 of those, you could have skipped out on some of the other cheeses or only get one. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't need to get all the shit.
The cheese slices, got some cheddar cheese slices.
Those are cheese slices too. Okay, so she has the shredded cheddar and then cheese slices. For what? What do you need cheese slices for, Foodie? For a sandwich or something? You shouldn't be eating fucking sandwiches. And this is a lot. This is a lot. This is plenty of cheese, okay? She could have some of it out, put a lot of it in the freezer, and you should be good on cheese for like 3 months between the two of you.
I'm gonna have these for a while. We just yesterday finished the cheese slices we got last time.
That's because you weren't there. If you were there, they would have been ancient history.
We do.
Quit talking to your cat and do your job.
Interesting, eh? Funny cat. We got a couple blocks of...
Why, on God's green earth, when you just got all that shredded mozzarella, I'm going to keep like a cheese counter, all that shredded mozzarella, then like those 2 big ass packs of shredded, of like sliced cheddar. Why did you get these blocks of cheddar when you have slices of cheddar? Why do you need those? Unless you're doing like a big stock that you're going to put that in the deep freezer and it's going to last you like it's your, okay, this is our cheese shop for like 5 months. That's one thing, but this is just like a regular shop for them. Why do you need that much cheese? Cheese is not bad for you. Okay. It's low carb. It's got nutrients in it. It's, not a bad fat. If you can tolerate it, some people really can't, then you shouldn't eat it. But it's a high fat food. You still have to watch your portions and moderate yourself. This bitch can't do that.
Medium cheddar. This is an American.
She just showed us, seriously, like 4,000 calories, 5,000 calories worth of cheese. Maybe 6 or 7.
Brand American Heritage is usually the brand that they have for imported goods.
So what? You don't need it.
So we got some halloumi. Gotta have halloumi.
Gotta have halloumi. No. Why do you need to have the halloumi cheese too? I don't know what to say. Jesus. And this woman still shits herself with all this cheese?
Breakfast. And some more butter.
People knock on her about the butter too. There's nothing wrong with butter, okay? It's a good fat. It's not unhealthy. It's way better for you than seed oils and margarines and stuff like that. But again, you can't be using sticks of it at a time in your rice like she does. She can't control herself. Therefore, she needs to really limit this. So she shouldn't be buying butter 4 or 5 sticks at a time. I have like a big thing, if I remember, I'll show it, but a big log of Amish butter that I pay like $16, $18 for out in our kitchen. And I use butter a lot. I've been eating low carb. I cook stuff for my son in it, for my partner. And that big log for the 3 of us will still last a couple of months or more. So like how these 2 go through so much butter, and so it's beyond me.
I forgot to get.
And I feel like I'm generous with butter, like because I eat lower carb and stuff. I still watch my calories, but like my kid doesn't need to, and my partner doesn't always need to. But I feel like compared to some people, we use more butter, and she like speed runs it compared to me.
I like cooking with ghee. How did you make your way back up here?
She likes cooking with ghee. Okay, then you really don't need the butter if you're cooking with ghee. Because I know a lot of the butter you use to put in your rice and put on toast. All the shit you shouldn't be eating, Chantel. Ghee is good. It doesn't have the milk solids in it. So you still get a buttery flavor. And it cooks at a very high heat without burning. So there's a tip if you guys want a buttery flavor without the burning of the butter, use ghee. If you can't find ghee, she could take one of these many sticks of butter and you just melt it down in a pot, on a low heat, let it cook. All of those milk solids will rise up and separate. You can like skim them out off the top of it. And what you're left with is ghee. So it's a clarified butter. You can make it on your own. It's really easy to do. And butter's a lot cheaper than ghee. So making it actually saves you a lot of money. And then you can keep it on the counter or in the fridge. It won't go bad and it will last you a while.
Red. She's smelling everything. All right, we got just a couple packs of bread because we do have a lot. We do have some bread in the freezer. We have to.
Then why did you buy 2 more big packs of pita bread? Chantel, that's one of your weaknesses, and it's something, I'm sorry. People get mad, oh, at the carb hate. Yes, there's carb hate. I love carbs. I can't eat a lot of them. They don't like me. But carbs are not good for a lot of people. A lot of people eat too many of them. They're definitely not good for a freaking insulin-dependent type 2 diabetic who's morbidly obese and a glutton. She doesn't need freaking bread. You already have some. Why do you need more? Salah is thin. He doesn't have to work. He doesn't eat that much, clearly. I'm sure if you have bread in the freezer, it would probably still last him another month if you weren't eating it. But if it's in the house, you're going to eat it.
Use up. That's for Salah's breakfast.
Yeah, it's for Salah's breakfast, not for yours, even though you love to eat pitas the size of wagon wheels at a time.
Actually, I'm having some multigrain toast bread.
This is a farce, okay? This is her pretending like, oh, I'm eating healthier. I've got multigrain toast bread. This multigrain stuff, especially store-made like that in bulk, it is almost no different than the white bread. She'd be no better off, no worse off if she has that or plain old white bread. It's still very high glycemic. It's still excess calories. It still raises your blood sugar. It's still excess, like, simple processed refined carbohydrates. She doesn't need it because it's multigrain. It, especially store-bought like that, it's no better. There's no difference. It's just an excuse for her to say, oh, I eat my toast. It's multigrain toast. I can have it. It's healthier. For you, Chantel, no, it's not. Even like homemade stone ground bread, she shouldn't be having.
The goal is to cook at least 5 nights a week. And
okay. What are you doing with the other 28, 30 meals a week then? If you're cooking 5 nights a week in the evenings, what are you doing for the other meals? You know, that there's a lot of other meals that need to be accounted for there.
And possibly order once or twice, I'll see.
You shouldn't order it all, Chantel. You need to get out of that. Plus, okay, we're gonna go to make-believe land. Say she does good 5 nights a week, 5 whole days a week. This woman could undo all of her damage in 1 or 2 days of eating takeout, because if she orders a couple days a week, she will probably order at least 2 or 3 times, and she will erase any progress she may have made. She's not going to make progress, and she's not going to stick to it. But remember, this is an imaginary scenario. If that were the case, she could undo all of her progress. So that's really not a good thing for her to be doing right now.
5 or 6 times a week. All right, so we have some cheese.
I love a cream cheese. I love it. I'm having some bagels and lox today. Love it. With some green onion. Why do you need this cream cheese, Chantel? What are you putting it in? What are you putting it on? Bread? Bagel? You don't need it. You're not like mixing up eggs and making like a frittata or a quiche or something. Like, you don't need this cheese. What are you putting it on? Something that's a carbohydrate that you don't need to be eating.
Cheese cubes.
And she's certainly not making like a low sugar keto type cheesecake or anything like that.
Hey!
Stop talking to this freaking cat.
Ow!
Ooh, that cat properly bit at her. That cat hates her. That cat absolutely hates her. Wouldn't you? Can you imagine living with this cackling behemoth? Like, I'd be miserable too if I was Julia.
I didn't give you bread, so you treat me this way? That's not
You
nice.
shouldn't be feeding your cat bread and shit like that, Chantel. It's not good for them.
That's not nice.
Frodo likes bread. He'll steal some every now and then, but I don't give it to him most of the time. Like, it's even worse for cats than it is for dogs, but he mostly gets meat. I just made him some homemade jerky yesterday, and I got to do some more today. We try to give him just mostly meat. And cats are obligate carnivores, so they really shouldn't have bread.
You little brat. All right, what else did I get? Oh, so we got some red pepper paste. This is mild, so it's not hot, but it adds a lot of flavor to sauces, to meats, to rice, to stuff like that.
Not bad. That's not, you know, condiments and things like that, especially lower fat, lower calorie ones like that are really strong on flavor are good. You don't need to be putting it in no rice, girlfriend. Yeah, spread that on some meat, eggs, whatever, but stay away from the rice. She's not going to. She's going to eat like 2 pounds of rice in a sitting.
I haven't had that red pepper cake.
That's how she maintains that physique.
I used to shop at a
And that head.
Donna's. I found it here. I'm like, yes. We have some. These are so good, you guys. These are grilled.
I've never heard of a grilled olive. Have you guys ever had a grilled olive? Like grilled on a grill? That might be interesting.
Syrian olives.
Again, that's enough for like, I would get something that size, 1 or 2 of those for my Christmas party, where literally, I think the last one we had a few years ago, I invited a bunch of people. Didn't expect everybody to show up, but at one point I think we had 25 or so people here. And I would get something like that for that many people, and chances are I would still send stuff home with people like I always do. This is just for the 2 of them. Like, olives aren't bad. You can't eat them by the actual tub.
These are so good. Get out of here. We have a huge thing of Istanbuli cheese. It's, you know, like that white.
That was cheese too. That was cheese too. I'm a dumbass. I thought that was a big giant block of tofu or something. Like maybe she was going to try to replace some of her proteins with tofu or something to save money and whatever. But that was cheese too. Chantal. Oh my God.
White creamy soft cheese.
Wow. This is more cheese than I buy for my family for, I swear to God, for like 5 months. 4 or 5 months. And that's including in the summers and stuff. My kid has friends over a lot, and I'll make them lunch. Like, one of the things they really like, they love my, like, I make homemade like cheese quesadillas, and that's including me making like cheese quesadillas for several kids a couple days a week, and several for him each week. So again, this is just for the 2 of them.
Eat right cheese. And this I want to try.
She's an actual like medical wonder. Like, how can somebody eat this much?
It looks like some kind of cheese dip.
That's that stuff. That's all cheese. And again, not bad, but look at the amount of freaking oil. That's a ton. That's probably so many calories that if you don't like measure out just a small amount of it and separate it and you just eat it, you're going to overeat. You could blow out your calorie limit on something like that. So easy. And put it on some eggs, put it on meat, something like that. In a salad would be nice. What's she going to do? She's probably going to eat it with crackers or chips or something like that.
With like spices and stuff like that. Some kind of feta dip or something. I hate when it leaks. And we have some black olives.
And black olives. Chantal, that's seriously what, like 2 or 3 pounds of olives? But you're going to the food bank. She's denying it, but I know they use the food bank. You can afford all this stuff, but you're taking resources from a food bank. That is absolutely diabolical. These 2 have no shame. She has no shame.
Little black Spanish olives. Actually, I'm kind of hungry. Let's try them.
What else is new? Oh, here we go. This is the bread for Sala, guys. This is Sala's bread. She's cracking it open. You can't even put all your groceries away before you start digging in.
Let's try a bit of the dip on camera. Let's try this. Let's see.
And do you see how easy it was open? It looks like she's already opened it. I think she's probably already tried it. Because she can't resist shit like this. And this is exactly what she's going to do. She's going to sit there with 2 pitas and break them up and just scoop, scoop, scoop. So she's getting all those carbs from the pita, all the calories, and all the from the pita, and all the calories from this cheese. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, anything that gives you that response, you don't need it.
That's feta cheese. It has olives.
Very healthy, but very high fat. Jesus.
Eggplant. Peppers. It's so good. That's really good. I just wanted to try more of that. A little bit of that.
Did you hear what she just said? She did open that and eat that before. Did you hear what she just said? She just said, I just wanted to try more of that. Some of that. She corrected herself. She said more of that because she's already tried some. Listen, that's what she said.
I just wanted to try more of that. A little bit of that.
I wanted to try more of that. A little bit of that. She's already had some. This bitch has already been busting that open and eating it.
All right, that's good for that. Hey,
sliding off the couch.
Are you attacking Mom? I got 2 like industrial size of vinegar because.
Dude, that's not an industrial size of vinegar. My son drinks a bottle of water that big 2 or 3 times a day. I just got a big jug of vinegar because it is really good to clean with actually, but I use it to spray and rinse like his fruit that he likes, his berries and all that. It cleans them, it kills germs, it's natural and it rinses right off. But when you clean with vinegar, the smell doesn't linger. When it dries, it goes away, but it is good to clean with. But I don't believe she's cleaning. I don't believe she's cleaning with it, not one damn bit.
I clean with vinegar. I wash my floors with it. The furniture is doomed in this house. And we have a huge... I gotta try this mountain garlic. You ever do that when you get groceries? You start nibbling them?
No, I don't, Foodie, because I have some self-control.
Actually, the only thing I ate today was some chicken breast from a rotisserie chicken and some hummus and some salad.
You got to be careful. Like, I love a rotisserie chicken, but they can be really high in fat. And again, fat's not bad for you, especially natural fat. But a lot of the rotisserie chickens are made with a lot of seed oils and stuff like that. And they are just high in calories. And again, with somebody like Chantel, she needs to also watch her caloric intake. But that's not bad.
No bread.
Oh, no bread. Oh, that shouldn't even be a flex because you shouldn't be having any freaking bread, Chantel. You don't need it. Look at your body. You have a doughy form because you eat too much bread. Look at her arm. Look at her hand. Is this her hand? Holy crap. It looks like a... I don't even know. Guys, if you're not looking at the... Look at the screen. That's a hand. And I know it's like a distorted, like, angle. Still, that's a human hand or arm.
I eat bread with it, but I'm not eliminating bread, obviously, but...
I'm not eliminating bread, obviously. You should, Chantel. I know you don't like to deprive yourself of not one damn thing, but you really should. If you are serious about your health, getting your diabetes under control, keeping both of your feet and your eyesight and things like that, you would eliminate the bread, at least for a while, or cut back drastically. Give up the bread and maybe keep the rice one meal a day, or give up the bread and the rice and keep potatoes in one meal a couple times a week. You would actually be willing to be uncomfortable and deprive yourself and do what you needed to do to get healthy. The fact that you have that attitude there, I'm not giving this up, I'm not cutting this out, that's why you will never ever be successful. Never ever ever. I want to see actually one of these cloves of garlic, because you see that garlic chip there, that's from a clove. I've never seen garlic that big in my life. That's humongous. Even elephant garlic isn't that big. She just frickin' had like an adult moment eating one of these frickin' giant chips of giant pickled garlic. Can you imagine how this woman smells? I'm not trying to be mean, but the tuna, all the hot sauce, the not bathing, and literally munching down on cloves of pickled garlic, like straight up. Whew. No vampires will go near her.
Oh my gosh. This is pickled Kuwaiti mountain garlic.
It's probably good, but god dang, it's probably, the smell will come out of your actual pores.
It's amazing. It's a large garlic.
It is. It really is. I'm curious to look this stuff up to see how big the actual like bulb of garlic is, because that's huge.
It's very tiny. All right.
I've never tried pickled garlic. I've tried black garlic and regular garlic. That would probably be interesting though. I'll give her credit for that. And it's definitely healthy, but whew, that smell would be, it would be strong.
And I love tuna and water.
And there's nothing wrong. This is a great snack. I would like to see her. She doesn't need a snack. She shouldn't be snacking. But incorporating stuff like this, if she does want a snack or make a quick meal, again, she'll add some mayonnaise to it, make a tuna salad. If you're measuring it out, it's not bad. Bulk it up. I like to make mine with some chopped celery and onions. Put a little bit of lemon juice in there, maybe a sprinkle of Old Bay and salt. It's really good. But the problem is she's going to eat it on a couple pieces of bread in the form of a sandwich, or wrap it up and scoop it up in a giant pita. So, you know, she could have some of these healthier options if she would adjust and be willing to get rid of the carbohydrates, but she won't.
So I got a couple packs of tuna because it's very satiating. I think someone, people saying eat protein. I get it now. And fat, like mixing all the food groups for me is very important.
No, mixing all the food groups for you is very important. Not because you need to, because you want all of the food groups. What she needs to focus on, yes, protein, and some good fats. Those should be her main ones. The carbohydrates, Chantel, I know you like to try to spin it every which way you can, that you need them and they're healthy and they're good for you. Facts are facts. Her carbohydrates should be eliminated or greatly minimized. At least for now. Like I said, they should always be minimized because she's a type 2 diabetic. But she could incorporate some of them later on once she's lost weight, once she's at a healthier weight, her diabetes is more under control. But right now, her focus should be on proteins, some good fats, and satiating bulk foods like vegetables and things like that, greens, eggs, stuff like that. And then slow, because her stomach is so big, guys. You see the portion she can eat. She cannot handle feeling anything less than stuffed, like a Thanksgiving turkey, after every meal. So start out with big, bulky portions of these good, healthy, nutritious foods, and then she can slowly start whittling down the portions so that she's eating more of a normal portion. But at least in the meantime, she'll be having big portions, she'll feel full, and she will still not be overeating on calories. She's not going to do it, though.
Because I find that the most satiating, but protein keeps you full so long, But
yeah, carbohydrates are not satiating. People say they are. They're really not. They are temporarily. Fat is satiating and protein is satiating. Those two will keep you the fullest for longer. They give you more stable and lower insulin spike and lower blood sugar spike. They barely affect your blood sugar and your insulin, so they will keep you level. The best out of all of the macronutrients. And fats and proteins are the only macronutrients that are actually necessary. Carbohydrates are not a necessary macronutrient.
Tuna, just like a bowl of tuna with a side of cucumbers or something. I love it.
Yeah, you could have that. Make like some of Amber's cucumber boats, except fill them with tuna, not cream cheese. Or use the cucumber chips as dip. Make in the air fryer, make some kale chips and scoop that shit up. That would be great, but she's going to eat them with bread and pitas. So.
All right, this is the best mayonnaise. I'm telling you,
I will fight you on that, Chantel. The best mayonnaise I've ever had is Vegenaise. It's a vegan mayonnaise, okay? And my partner even didn't believe me on this until I told him. When I was doing vegan, I learned about this mayonnaise. There's vegan mayonnaises, but there's a brand actually called Vegenaise, and it is delicious. And even now, he prefers the Vegenaise over any other mayonnaise. I don't know why. It's just delicious. And even when though we're not vegans, we still use it. It's the best one, Chantel. It is. It really is. It's good. You should try it.
It's so good. So we got some mayonnaise. I like to put a tablespoon of that with my tuna salad.
And again, mayonnaise, the full fat mayonnaise isn't bad for her. It's all about the portions. A lot of the time it's made with a seed oil, so you got to watch because that's inflammatory. But Chantel, she's got so many fucking problems. She can get away with a little bit of seed oil, okay? The problem is the lower fat ones have a lot of added sugar. So it's, again, better for her to get the full fat ones, just watch the portions, but she just doesn't want to watch the portion. She just wants to free pour it, and that's where the problem lies.
Salad, some spaghetti.
You don't need that, Chantel. You're going to eat it. You're going to say, oh, that's for Sala. You're going to eat it. We know you like some spaghetti.
This is like the pasta bag.
You don't need a pasta bag, Chantel. Tell Poopy that you can't have pasta in the house. It's not healthy for you. That if you keep eating that, you're going to lose a leg and he's going to have to take care of you 24/7, or you're going to die, and then his money train's going to go away. And I bet you he'll be really okay really quick with not having pasta in the house. She can't control herself. If she could seriously just cook it for him and not eat it, it'd be fine, but she can't. She'll eat it, so they shouldn't have it in the house. Again, I prefer actually spaghetti squash to spaghetti. It's delicious. It's a lot better for you. She could try something like that. Make him some spaghetti, or I bet you if she even cooked him a nice, he likes home cooked food. I bet you if she cooked spaghetti squash, he would eat it and he would probably like it. It's really good. It's versatile, and it's just a lot better for you. It still has some carbs, but a lot less than the pasta, and it's got a lot more nutrients. And it's got I love the texture of it and the flavor. Spaghetti squash is a great hack. My kid loves it. We all love it. She could still have pasta, things like that. And just make these little tweaks and still be able to have enjoyable food. But she doesn't want that. She just wants what she wants. And you have to think about what you want more. Do you want the church basement spaghetti, the classic style? Or do you want to eliminate it altogether, or make changes and help get some of your health back and lose some weight and be around longer? Because not only does she have a risk of dying, but the last few years of her life are going to be miserable. Like, she thinks she's miserable now. Wait do you see her in 2 or 3 years if she keeps herself up, if she's still around. So you have to think about what you want more. And unfortunately, Chantel will always pick, I want more. Right now, I want the food. And I think she really thinks that she is not going to have any of these major repercussions. Like, okay, she got diabetes and now she ends up needing insulin, and she's had like these health scares, but she hasn't, had a wound that won't heal yet on her foot. She hasn't had a stroke. She hasn't had a heart attack scare. She doesn't have any of these things. She hasn't had to stay overnight in the hospital because of a raging blood sugar. I think she thinks, oh, I can just pick this stuff now and do bad now, because then I'll try again tomorrow. Like, she always feels like there's a tomorrow, and she's going to run out of tomorrows. And I think she really thinks she's immune to having one of these major events, these health catastrophes. And I think it's going to hit her really, really hard when she has one, because I'm telling you, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when. Something is going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be an ulcer that won't heal, and then she needs frickin' a toe cut off? Is she going to have renal failure and need to start dialysis? Is she going to have a heart attack? Is she going to go blind in one eye? Like, I don't know what it's going to be, but something is going to happen.
If Salah's really hungry, I just make him like a bowl of pasta. He really loves my macaroni.
No, you probably make a huge pot of pasta, and then you have a giant bowl of it too, Chantel. Let's be honest.
I bought this because I've been seeing people making pastina or something like that. So it's little...
We're on TikTok again? Probably.
It's pasta numbers. But I see people make that, like pastina. You put like, you make a pasta, little pasta, and you put chicken broth and a bit of butter and some Parmesan cheese.
You don't need that, Chantel. You don't fucking need that. I'm sorry. She makes me so mad, irrationally mad. You don't need that. You don't need any pasta. And again, you wouldn't eat a proper portion. You would eat 3 or 4 portions of it. This here, oh, I see people making this. Okay, but you are supposedly wanting to get healthy. So you should be like, I'm not going to eat that.
I might try making that.
You might try making that, which means she's probably already made it.
Some luncheon meat mortadella. That's for Scylla. I don't like this at all. I like deli meat, but not all, like not that one. I don't know why.
Well, then that's all you should have in the house, Chantel. The one thing that you absolutely, truly hate is probably the only thing you should have in your cupboards. I'm not trying to be mean, but
I don't.
That's the only way it's safe.
I don't like it at all. That's just my preference. All right, so what's in here? Oh, bananas.
Yeah, you don't need bananas, Chantal. One of the most high sugar foods, like fruits you can eat, have berries and maybe some pomegranate. And did I mention berries? No mangoes, no grapes, no bananas, no pineapple, no melon. Maybe once in a while a little bit of melon, but basically none of that stuff. No apples, no pears. Yeah, they have fiber and stuff, but it's still too much sugar for an insulin-dependent type 2 diabetic who's morbidly obese and a glutton. She shouldn't have these. I think that this is like, this might be part of the food pantry haul, but maybe she did buy these, but she don't need them.
Craving something really sweet and you're really hungry? Banana.
How about if you're craving something really sweet, Chantel, you just say, no, I'm not going to have it. Or you know what I do when I like something sweet and I want a treat? I have like one of these. Or I make a coffee with some 0 sugar creamer, a little stevia, maybe put a little, like some, my treat is like Ready Whip. I put some Ready Whip on top to make it feel more filling, feel more like a dessert. And it's like 15 calories and 1 carb. And if you get the low fat kind, it's like 5 calories and less than 1 carb a serving. So, and it satisfies my sweet craving, and it scratches the itch and keeps me happy. And you would probably have to drink like 15 of those or 20 of those to get like the carbs and calories in 1 banana. Like, this is not good.
Actually does the trick. So I got some bananas, and I actually don't like bananas when they're really yellow and like browning. I like them still a bit green. I like them not super sweet.
I don't believe that.
So,
but guess what? They still have a lot of carbs in them. So
that's why I like plantains more than actual bananas.
I've never had a plantain. Have you guys? They sell them. I've never gotten them. I thought my kid might like them. Are they that much different than a banana? Because we just end up getting bananas. Because my kid does like them. I make them, we call it mashed bananas. I've made it for him since he was like a baby. Where I just mash up a banana, stick it in the microwave, warm it up, and then I sprinkle some cinnamon on it. And it's like just one of his favorite freaking snacks he's had forever. Because they're naturally sweet. You don't need to sweeten them. But would a plantain work and do the same thing? Do they taste that much different?
And we got lots of romaine lettuce.
Oh, look at that beautiful romaine lettuce that's going to rot and putrefy in her crisper drawer and get thrown away.
As we're going to be eating salad and vegetables every single day.
Ha! Okay, yeah. And I'm the Queen of England. Can't you tell? Don't I look like the Queen of England? I'm telling you, I'm the bloody Queen of England.
We have some parsley and fresh dill for the tuna.
And again, like, look at how big, like, these portions of, like, parsley and dill are. When she cooks, like, we've seen her make, like, pasta and chicken and pot pies. Like, I see a lot of, like, cream and a lot of, like, hot sauce and stuff like that. I never see, like, a bunch of those fresh herbs mixed in or sprinkled on top. So what's she doing with all these herbs?
Oh, I can smell dill.
Oh, she loves dill. She does.
All day long. All day long. I love it. It's so good. It's just so good. Luckily, I don't have to really clean out my fridge because I did that before I, before I left for Thailand.
For your visa run, that was totally a visa run. She just doesn't understand that we're all smart enough to know that vacations just don't work like that.
And I'm happy I did. I came back to a clean kitchen. My husband wasn't going to be cooking when I was gone.
Have you ever heard of that, like, cryptozoology, that mythical creature, the melon heads? I'm like so stuck on her head in this video. There's this, like, if I think of it, if I can find a picture of them, I'll pop it in here somewhere around here where I'm talking about this. But like they're skinny though, but they have like these big huge heads. That's why they're called melon heads. And her head reminds me of like some of the pictures I've seen of these melon heads. It's just humongous. It's like encephalitis. I don't know. I know I'm freakishly like obsessed with the size of her. I just can't believe it's that big. I really haven't ever noticed. It's so unnatural. I can't figure it out. She needs to take this hijab off. We need to see what's going on under there. Like, for science, Chantel. We need to know what's going on under there.
Order out. I got some Parmesan cheese. Usually always buy that.
My God, just more freaking cheese.
Couple jars of pasta sauce. Always good to have on hand. I know this is going to be like controversial and seen as junk food, but I'm being, realistic.
It is junk food.
And actually, in my opinion, I think having a couple squares of dark chocolate is okay, so I find dark chocolate to be kind of bitter, so I don't like crave to eat the whole thing, so some with hazelnuts. I love hazelnuts and dark chocolate plain, so I'll just have a couple squares per day. And it's actually got a lot of, I don't know what's the health properties in chocolate, but I think polyphenols, I'm not sure.
It has polyphenols and stuff in it, antioxidants, but you're so beyond that, Chantel. You need to get the basic nutrition down first. And I saw somewhere that she live streamed or something after this, and she just said she was going to have like a couple of squares, okay, 2 squares a day or a night, so that like one of those bars should last her 6 or 7 days, okay, so that those bars should be enough to last her a couple weeks. She already, and it's only been a couple days since this haul, she's already eaten one of the bars, so she's already not listening to herself, and she's already overeating on it. And she's right, dark chocolate is bitter. It's a lot healthier. In my cupboard, I have some organic raw cacao nibs and organic cacao powder. I put a little bit of the powder in my coffee sometimes. It's really, really antioxidant rich. But like the cacao nibs, they don't taste good. They are nutty, they're fruity. I like the texture, but they're bitter as hell. They don't taste good. I eat them for a purpose, not because I like them. But that chocolate she has there, I looked it up. Okay, I looked up those bars. And those ones are more just akin to a regular candy bar. Like, not much better or different than a Hershey's bar. Just a higher quality chocolate with the lint. I looked those up. One serving is 170 calories and 18 or 19 grams of sugar, which is equal to about 4.5 teaspoons of sugar per serving. And she's already eaten one whole bar. So that's not good for her. If she got the proper chocolate bars you can get, like I will get them occasionally, they are bitter and she wouldn't like them. They have the 70, 80, 99% like pure dark chocolate ones. They're not sweet. There's no sweetness to them. I will melt mine just a touch in the microwave and sprinkle a little stevia on them because they're bitter. They're not tasty. That would be different. And you only eat a square of them to get that flavor of chocolate, to get that experience of crunching on a piece of chocolate, you know what I mean? But it's not the most pleasant experience. She could eat this whole bar already because it is a lower chocolate, higher sugar version. It's a candy bar. So, she's sitting there, oh, blah, 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 it's controversial. They're going to say, okay, if you wanted to get the good one, Chantel, you would have gotten the one that was like 80 or 90% chocolate, not the one that's like 40% chocolate and basically a candy bar. Again, she's trying to make little act like she's making big changes and wants to change, but she's not, because she's still getting the chocolate that is like a candy bar, still eating the bread, still buying cheese by the freaking kilo.
It's a little treat for me, so.
And she's not telling herself no. You know, that one bar should have lasted her, like I said, 5 or 6 days, and it's already gone.
I can just see all the videos being made now about my chocolate bars.
Yeah, and I just made one, Chantel, and I just explained why that wasn't good for you and why you were wrong and that you could have done it the right way, but you chose not to.
Okay. And a huge thing of tinned beans. These are my favorite.
These are shit. They're like highly processed, canned, baked freaking beans. Look at that smile on her face. They're probably full of sugar. They might be lower sugar over there than they are here in America. Our beans are sweet, but they're still just a lot of processed, refined, just carbohydrates. Tons of carbs and excess calories that she doesn't need.
Baked beans and tomato sauce. Right? Baked beans and tomato sauce.
How about you make some real beans, like some green beans or, you know, something like that. If you must have a bean, Chantel, don't get the canned shit. Learn how to prep and soak and make some real beans, some kidney beans or black-eyed peas, or how about some lentils? Like, if you have to have a freaking carbohydrate, why don't you, there are healthier ones you could have. Jesus, canned tin beans? Shit.
And you don't have to open them with a can opener.
Oh my God, because we wouldn't want you to put the effort of having to use a freaking can opener. Honestly, with her freaking stubby paws and the dexterity issues she has, she probably would have trouble using a can opener. Jesus. Just when you think she can't get lazier. Oh.
Tahini. You gotta have tahini. So creamy. I love it.
Yeah, it's creamy because it's really super fatty. Again, tahini is not bad for you. It's one of the things that make hummus as amazing and delicious as hummus is. It's one of my favorite things, hummus. But the thing that is the most fattening part about hummus isn't the chickpeas. That's where a lot of the carbs come from. But it is the tahini. It's really, it's like, is it like sesame seed paste? Paste. It's like a sesame paste or something. It's a seed. I'm drawing a blank, but it is a paste of a seed, and it's very, very, very calorically dense and not bad calories, just a lot of them. She will use it to make a paste or a sauce or something. She will overuse it, and she could easily add hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of extra calories to something by, you know, not measuring out that stuff like that. You've got to be willing to measure out, and you know she's not doing it.
I'm gonna make a tahini sauce.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. What's she gonna do? Probably mix tahini with what? Oil and stuff like that? She's probably gonna make a sauce for a salad. And the dressing that she makes is probably going to add like 600 calories.
Grape leaves. I gotta try them on camera. Eating all
More shit. You're just cracking open on camera. God.
the groceries.
And some of these you got to watch. Grape leaves aren't bad, but a lot of them are canned in oil. So they can be high. You got to watch stuff like that. Like, they're not bad. You just got to be careful because that kind of stuff adds up.
Because this is a new brand for me. Fresh is better, but next time I can make them. Is better, but next time I can make them.
Yeah, those look like they're definitely in oil too, not water or anything like that. So yeah, you got to really watch with that. And she'll sit there. That's the problem. She'll sit there and she'll eat the whole can, and boom, she's probably down like 800 calories. So with, you know, these little things seem nitpicky, but with how much she eats and her lack of control, and just her desire to eat large portions, she has to be nitpicky about some of this stuff, because it could be the difference between 1,000, 2,000 calories a day, and that adds up.
Oh, and a thing of beets. I love beets, so.
You know what else beets are called, Chantel? Sugar beets. They're not bad for you. I keep saying that. They're bad for you, Chantel. You don't need to be eating sugar. They're sugar beets. They make freaking sugar out of them. You don't need beets. I love beets. Of course you do. They're one of the things I can't get past a beet. I think they have a beautiful color. I love beet greens, but the beets themselves I can't get past. They taste like dirt to me. And I like a lot of different vegetables and stuff. Beets just taste like dirt to me. Not in a good way.
Bismillah.
Yeah, look at the oil on those. And then, ooh, you see those eyeballs pop out? Mm-hmm. She shouldn't eat anything that gives her that response. And I guarantee after she put the camera down, because that was open, she sat there and ate that whole thing.
That's a good brand.
And that's a big can of those things too.
Really good brand. There, little snack while doing my grocery haul.
No, see, you don't need a snack, Chantel. You shouldn't be fucking snacking. You're wearing your snacks on your fupa. Enough to last you for 4 years. You don't need snacks when you can't even fit into a gaming chair and you have to have the arm removed.
You're my baby.
And you can't even turn your head.
All right. We have some hot sauce.
Nothing wrong with hot sauce. Yeah, there's some salt in it. But if she was eating mostly whole foods cooked at home, the salt's going to be menial. It's low calorie, low fat, gives a lot of flavor. She just overdoes it. She overdoes it with everything. She's a sauce freaking junkie. And that's where calories add up. And I know because used to go really overboard with sauces and condiments. I go nuts. And when I start measuring out how much a serving is, I'm like, wow, I was really overeating these. And even to this day, I'm very mindful with condiments and sauces because it's easy to overdo it, and I will. So it's something, no matter how good I'm doing on my diet, I always have to be mindful of stuff like that. And even the stuff that's like healthier, like the hot sauce, I try not to go overboard with them in general because I just want to keep myself out of the habit of overusing condiments and sauces in general. And that's something she needs to work on. This bitch drinks gravy. So she needs to work on that. I can't believe I'm saying that. Seriously, she drinks gravy.
I usually finish a bottle in 2 days. So we're going to be
and you have to be eating a lot of food to finish a bottle of hot sauce in 2 days.
For this, okay? Remember this.
You're not going to listen to us or anybody else, Chantel.
Geisha. Oh, cool. Geisha. Memoirs of a Geisha.
People knock canned mushrooms. They're not the best. I like to go forage for wild mushrooms, which I got to go check. I haven't gone yet this year, but I do want to go a couple places before the end of the month and see if I can find some chanterelles. I will vlog and film and take you guys if I do. I will show you some stuff. But I'll eat a canned mushroom. They're not the best, but I mean they're a good way to bulk stuff. You fry them. I stick them in some eggs or on a salad. I actually like to take those and put them in a mixture to make a meatloaf. They add some moisture, some texture. They're low calorie. I definitely prefer fresh ones, but I'm not as anti canned mushroom as some people are. They're definitely kind of gross, but I'd still eat them.
Geisha's mushrooms. And we have a whole bunch of mushrooms in the tin.
Have you guys seen that? Isn't that movie, Memoirs of a Geisha? I've never seen it. I think it's supposed to be really good though.
They're so fresh mushrooms are really expensive here. I don't know why. And this just keeps longer. I find they go bad. I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for fresh mushrooms when they go bad and if you don't eat them in time.
Yeah, fresh mushrooms here. Whew, they're expensive. And I see how much they charge for some of them or dried versions of the ones I go out and forage. And I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. I need to make it a point to just go find a bunch of these and sell them and then live off the money I make throughout the winter. It is a lot of money. They're expensive. I agree with her on that.
Cat hair. So this is, we got a couple of these. Salah really likes these fried with his eggs and stuff, and I just might add them to things. Right?
Yeah, I'll put them in an omelet or something. Yeah.
But you got to fry them first because they're rubbery.
Yeah, they're not the best.
That's about it for this grocery haul. when the rest of the stuff comes, we have enough drinks. We have enough water. So I'll stocked up on drinks for himself and stuff while I was away.
I guarantee there's juice in that house too, Chantel, and you didn't show us that. You can't have juice in the house. One, he's too old to be drinking juice. Is he like a 5-year-old? Your kids don't even need to drink juice. But she breaks into the juice and drinks a ton of it all the time. And it's one of the worst things she can drink or put in her body. So they shouldn't have food like juice in the house because she can't control herself with it, which is weird because I don't find juice that appealing at all.
Okay. All right, so I will cut here, and when the rest of the stuff comes, I'll show you. All right, see you. All right, guys, second order came. Now, I know I have a different hijab.
Are you sure this is the same day? I just have a feeling it's a different day and that they didn't have something ordered. They went and got that stuff, and then it's like the next day or something, and they went to the food bank, and this is like what they got at the food bank. And that's why she put the same shirt on, but that's why she has a different, like, hijab
on than before. Long story. All right, so first
yeah, it's a different day.
things first.
This is my conspiracy theory.
Hi.
Look, the cat already. Stop it, Chantel. But look, she can't even bend over properly. Like, her mobility is so hindered. How does this not make you want to change?
All right, we have a box of fresh meat. I got some Kuwaiti minced beef.
You don't need to keep, like, bragging about it, Chantel, like it's better because it's from Kuwait. We have Kuwaiti minced beef and Kuwaiti this and Kuwait that. I get it. We get it. Like, if I do a grocery haul and I'm showing you ground beef, it's easy to assume it's American ground beef, unless it really is something different and I say otherwise. I don't have to say, oh, this is American ground beef and American chicken. Like, she says Kuwaiti because I think it somehow implies that it's better or healthier or something like that. It doesn't matter. Their meat probably is healthier, though, no joke. Because America raises their meat and their cattle in some of the shittiest ways imaginable.
2 packs. We put rice on it. And I got 2 packs of cubed beef. So
yeah, that stuff's all good. You can make stir fries. I cook ground beef up all the time. It's a staple, especially when I'm like keto carnivore. And sometimes I'll put a little cheese on it, or I'll put spices on it, and I'll just eat a bowl of it. And it's very filling, very nutritious. I drain it even when it's lean. I make some for Frodo. He eats some. That would be good for the cat because the cat should be eating meat. And it's very filling and nutritious, and it would be a good base for her to make meals out of, but not in pasta, not on bread, not anything like that. But there's a lot you could do with this meat. And with all the spices and stuff, you could make it really good.
Here.
I'm just boring. I eat the same. I like a lot of different foods, but I can eat the same couple things for like weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. So, but I'm weird like that. My partner, channel guy, always says I'm weird like that.
Okay. The fruits and veggies, they come in like bulk boxes, and
they come in bulk boxes, Chantel, because you probably went to the food bank and told them you were getting, food for a family, and they give you certain amounts based on how many people you say are in your household. That's how food banks work. So she's not ordering mangoes and they just happen to send her like 20 of them. You know what I mean? No, she's either ordering somewhere asking for 20 of them, or she's getting these amounts based on what they're telling the food bank. And the food banks, a lot's like, okay, if you say you're a family of 3, you get people get this much food. People with 5 people in their family are allotted this much food, and they have boxes and bags pre-made up. You show them your information and they divvy it out to you and you move on. So I think that's what's happening here.
Here, you can have this bottle.
And I wonder if they lied and said they have like a family of 3 or 4 or something, because I think they're giving some of this food to his family. Like, doesn't he have a sister and a dad and stuff like that? I think they're giving some of it to his family to appease them slightly in some way, because I'm sure they're probably not happy about her and this situation and this shenanigans they're doing. So I'm sure he's at least, oh, look at, at least it's worth it here, and he brings food over. It's kind of like an offering, to, keep them from totally disowning him.
You can't have any of these.
I don't know if you can hear, but Frodo is, he is snoring so loud. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
These are sweet potatoes.
Like, yeah, this is a box for a family. To make like 2 or 3 meals for a family of like 3 or 4. She didn't just order like, oh, I want sweet potatoes from an online place and they send you like 15 of them. No, this is food bank food, guys. And she makes too much money, has too much income to be taking money from a food from a food bank. It's so despicable. And you don't need that many sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes aren't bad, okay? They're not good for a type 2 diabetic with your problems. You'll overeat them. You'll eat 2 or 3 of them. You'll put sugar and shit on them. Like, if this was going to be her carb with a meal, okay, fine. 1 meal a day for your dinner, I'm going to have a sweet potato, like a baked sweet potato with a little bit of butter, maybe some cinnamon. Okay, fine. But I'm not going to have bread, and I'm not going to have pitas, and I'm not going to have rice or anything like that. Or I'm not going to have pot. Okay, good. Sweet potato. No big deal. But she's having all the other carbs and fruit and crap throughout the day, and probably juice and chocolate and all that. So it ends up not being good.
Egyptian sweet potatoes.
This fucking cat.
So, yeah, on...
I'm so tired of seeing this cat's tail. Chantel, edit this shit out.
Wednesdays and Thursdays, this grocery store online has a lot of sales on fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Like Wednesdays and Thursdays. Usually, like, that's how it is. Like, the one food bank around here, you go Thursdays. And just randomly on Tuesdays or Wednesdays and Thursdays, a foods place has sales online. I really think this is a food bank. And I really don't want to watch her videos when this cat's jumping. Like, literally, it'd be different if it was just on the chair or something, but she lets it get right in front of the camera and block it, and I don't want to see its furry ass. I'm sorry, Chantel, I don't.
So that's why I wait for that day to stock up on it. Okay, excuse me, I'm trying to like work here so that
You call this work, Chantel? You would edit this out and prevent her from getting up on this table while you were doing your seated food haul if you took this seriously as work.
I can pay for your cat food and you're in the way.
It's not funny, Chantel. You don't even put the bare minimum effort in. It's not funny. I'm being a Karen. I really am. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. I got a case of pomegranates.
Yeah, like, see, they're not gonna like these are okay. She can have these, like, have a half of one, like 2 or 3 times a week, but like not a ton because they do have sugar, but they are good for you. But, you know, you can eat them slowly, the little pastilles. Like, it's something that really you have to work to eat it. So it slows you down and stuff and keeps you busy. But this is what a food bank would give you if you said, okay, we're a family of 4, you know.
Which are so delicious. And pomegranates, actually, what I like to do with them is put them in salad.
When do you eat a salad with pomegranates, Chantel? I don't think I've ever seen her eat a salad with pomegranates.
So, you know, yeah, they're really good. So, juice. Just play with these. There you go, juice. I got a case of pomegranates. And we're not letting these fruits and vegetables, you know, die in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
No, we're going to eat them.
Mm-hmm. KFC mukbang incoming when? 2 days?
Oh my gosh. Huge bag of fruits and veg. I'm not going to take them all out.
Yeah, see, and this is the kind of bag, seriously, that, like, food banks will give you. They'll give you boxes and crates, and they'll give you, like, just bags like this.
But I got several kilos of each, okay? So we have some carrots. We have a bunch of tomatoes. A bunch of cubes. A bunch of red onion. Hey, out of the way, you.
Chantel, put that cat down on the fucking floor or stick it in another room or go stand up at the kitchen counter and do your frickin' food haul. Stand for 15 minutes and do this. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of seeing this cat's ass. It's just, it's like, it's annoying. It's frustrating. It's rude to the people who are watching.
Come on. A bunch of limes and a whole bunch of potatoes. So yeah.
And that's all stuff like you can have the potatoes, the cucumbers, put some lime on stuff, but you really don't need the potatoes, and you know you don't need all the fruit. Whatever.
Oh, you. Okay, excuse me. I also got a case of red grapes, which look
Yeah,
delicious.
look at this is like an actual like crate of grapes. She don't need them. They're full of sugar. My kid doesn't even hardly eat grapes anymore. They're just so they're one of the worst fruits you can have, especially for a diabetic and somebody who's morbidly obese and needs to lose a lot of weight. They're full of sugar.
Last but not least, huge case of
Same with these. Okay, this is the last thing the food bank gave her. I see mangoes are great. They're one of my favorite. I really like them. But they're really high in sugar. I like dried mango like strips, but I have to watch every now and then. I'll get like you can get them at our local store in a bag or in a little like carton. I have to watch, and I don't get them often because I will eat the whole bag. I'll just grab one, then like I'll go back in the kitchen and I'll grab just one more, and before you know it, the bag is gone. They're really good, but they're really sweet. These ones aren't quite ripe yet. It doesn't look like, but they're big, like delicious looking mangoes, but they're too much sugar for her. She tries to justify sweet stuff because it's a fruit. It's health. No, it's not healthy for you, Chantel.
mango. Are they ripe? No, not really. Which is kind of good.
You
They
won't.
will ripen
You'll still eat them.
over time. So yeah, there's 6 huge mangoes here. So, yay! I love mango.
And I'm really worried. Like if you look at this, I'm gonna. Oh wait, here. Hold on, wait. Let me get this off of full screen for a minute. I want to zoom in here. If you look, her eyes look noticeably different.
They're so good.
It really looks like her one pupil. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's the left one or the right one. Maybe the left one. But it looks like her pupils are uneven. Like one of them is not responding appropriately. The left one, her left or right, definitely looks a little blown out, misshapen. And that concerns me as a former paramedic. It makes me wonder if she's had some sort of a stroke type event, be it an actual full-on like stroke or mini stroke, or like a CV, like a TIA, which is a transient ischemic attack, which is like kind of like a mini stroke where there's usually not lasting effects. Sometimes people will have those as a precursor before an actual stroke, and it's enough to kind of, get them in the hospital and get things taken care of, and it makes them aware of a problem. But I almost wonder if she had, because you can have a slight stroke and not know it and not be aware of it, especially when she has blood sugar problems and she lays around so much and sleeps so much and feels so crappy. I wonder if she at some point has had a very small stroke and it is affected her pupils. I wonder if she's talked to a doctor about that and she just doesn't want to admit it to us because she knows people would give her a lot of shit and get on her more about her eating, and she might lose a lot of viewers from her mukbangs. But yeah, if you look at this, her eyes are clearly they're different, and it's concerning. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys see what I'm seeing, or am I just like making stuff up?
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the grocery haul. This is
Okay, well, I'm going to let this go here. This was longer than I thought, so I will react to that other video in a separate video, her weigh-in, and at some point I do want to address a video for her I control my husband. So all weekend you might just get foodie video. It might just be foodie videos. I will see what Alex Rodriguez is doing, and I'm still debating on if I want to actually react to one of Amber's latest vlog. It's just a bunch of giggling, immature high school mentality bullshit, to be honest. So I may not. And it's full of lies, and I can't stand Emily. This feeder is just, she's horrible. She's a disgusting person. She's actively harming Amber. Even if she wasn't a feeder, she's enabling her. So I just really don't like her, and I don't want to have to look at her, and she's being thrown in our face right now. But I do have some reacts I want to do to Abby Sharp, and I want to react to some other people. I want to do more reacting to different diet type stuff, and I want to start doing success stories again. Guys, I'm thinking about changing the name of the channel. I don't know what. I'm tossing a couple things around in my head. I was thinking maybe something, you know, like play on words that can be taken a couple ways. Like I was leaning a little bit towards something like Chris or Chris IRL weighs in, because, you know, it can mean, you know, I weigh in as far as like I share my weight loss and health and diet journey with you guys, but weighing in on something also means like kind of giving your 2 cents and discussing something and telling your opinion. So I'm leaning towards that. Let me know what you guys think, or if you have any other ideas. I kind of am looking for something around those lines, just so I can really kind of get people having a little bit better of what the channel is about. It's a little more catchy. So that being said, please like the video, subscribe for more. If you aren't subscribed and you want to watch more from all the people where I react to, I'm trying to get the channel up to 2,000 subs by the end of the year, and you hitting that subscribe button would really help me out, and I appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging in there while I've been all spazzy in this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.